کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، باخدا قدموں میں سرکار کے پایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، ساتھ سرکار کے غزوات میں شامل ہوتا، ساتھ سرکار کے غزوات میں شامل ہوتا، ان کی نصرت میں لہو میرا بہایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، ریت کے ذروں میں اللہ بدل دیتا مجھے، ریت کے ذروں میں اللہ بدل دیتا مجھے، پھر مجھے راہ محمد میں بچھایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، خاک ہو جاتا میں سرکار کے قدموں کے تلے۔
Please recite the loud salawat of Allah.
الفاتحہ۔ نعرہ تکبیر، نعرہ تکبیر، بلند آواز سے نعرہ رسالت، نعرہ رسالت، کل ایمان ناطق قرآن حق دا امام، نعرہ حیدری، حیدری، آواز بلند صلوات۔ یہ رسول کا ہے کہنا، نہ ہوا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، یہ رسول کا ہے کہنا، یہ رسول کا ہے کہنا، نہ ہوا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، کوئی مرتضیٰ سا بندہ نہ ہوا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، کوئی مرتضیٰ سا بندہ، اور جو علی نے نفس بیچا، جو علی نے نفس بیچا، تو خدا نے دے دی مرضی، سر عرش ऐसा सौदा ना हुआ ना है ना होगा सारे अर्श ऐसा सौदा ना हुआ ना है ना होगा बखुदा अली सा बंदा और ये शरफ नहीं किसी का ऐ अली तेरे अलावा कोई भी हरम में पैदा ना हुआ ना है ना होगा और फकत एक मुस्तफा है फकत एक मुस्तफा है दो जहां में वरना कोई अली मुर्तजा से आला ना हुआ ना है ना होगा अली मुर्तजा और लड़का खुदा के घर का लड़का खुदा के घर का लड़की नबी के घर की सरे अर्श ऐसा रिश्ता ना हुआ ना है ना होगा सरे अर्श ऐसा रिश्ता ऐन हुसैनियों का वो जो है मुनाफिकों का कभी मेरा वो अकीदा ना हुआ ना है ना होगा कभी मेरा वो अकीदा
और आखिरी शेर पेश कर रहा हूँ जनाब सुहेल शाह साहब का ये लिखा हुआ नाम है।
मैं सुहैल खुशनवा हूँ मैं फकीर मुर्तजा हूँ कोई बादशाह मुझसा ना हुआ ना है ना होगा बखुदा अली सा बंदा
Respected scholars, speakers, reciters, sisters and brothers, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bisam Raza. I'm one of the volunteers working for Ambius. I've worked with Ambius for over 10 years now, Alhamdulillah. And I'm honored to present the organizational structure and services offered by Mujlis-E-Ulama Shia. In the agenda, I'll cover some of the departments, education services, Sharia board, Shia spouse, welfare projects, and how you can get involved with Mujlis-E-Ulama and work for the condition. Mujlis-E-Ulama Shia is a registered charity. It's an organization of scholars and communities. You have seen the organizational structure, so there is a central cabinet. Within the central cabinet, we have ulama who are heading different departments, including education, tabligh, and there's a full list of ulama, as you have seen in the previous. I'm not going to repeat some of the parts you have seen in the video. In the departments, we have Imamia Council, Imamia Women, Imamia Youth Boys and Girls. Ambulance zones, our centers are affiliated with our zones, R&D team, Sharia board, Moon Sighting Committee, and Shia spouse. I'll start with education. This is one of the core services Mujlis-E-Ulama Shia Europe has been offering. Mujlis is offering a syllabus for children for age 5 to 6 years up to 16 years, even elder. There are 7 books. Each book covers 4 topics: aqaid, fiqh, akhlaq and history, and we also have a Quranic qaida. Along with these books, there is an examination board who is responsible to conduct annual exams. These books are suitable for children, as I said, who can read and write from age 5 and 6, and these are being taught in about 40 to 50 centers in the UK and in many other countries as well. Along with these children books, Mujlis is offering training for teachers, specifically for madrasa teachers. There is madrasa management training. Many of you may have attended madrasa improvement workshop this morning. Mujlis-E-Ulama Shia Europe has been organizing online classes for children and adults for last about 4 or 5 years. These classes include endless books for children, book 1 to 7. There is one class every day, Monday to Sunday. The Quran classes being arranged for adults and children. The Urdu classes mainly for children. There are Arabic and language classes for adults and children. There is a dedicated madrasa portal, as you may have seen in the QR code. This madrasa portal is a complete school management system. So you can manage your entire madrasa with this portal. So we have been using it for our children who are studying online. It is being used by many of the centers as well. So centers, management committees, madrasa admins, if you're listening, if you need any help with the madrasa management, please get in touch. As I said, this is a complete madrasa management system, including online admissions, attendance, staff management, homework, there's library. So it's very comprehensive web-based portal which we can deploy, compliant with GDPR regulations. Along with this, we arrange annual summer camps. During COVID, we could not arrange physical summer camps, but we managed to have virtual summer camps. So there are QR codes if you would like to get more information. Allow salawat, please. So there's a website address, there is a QR code which you can see. And we do take review, so if you have any feedback, please give us your feedback so that we can improve our services. So on this slide you are seeing a few of R&D team members who are actually present in the convention today. So there are many more team members working with us. These team members are from different backgrounds, from legal, from health, from IT, project management, business management, etc. Now I would like to touch upon Sharia Board. Sharia Board is a department of Mujlis-E-Ulama Shia Europe. We are a team of scholars are offering services to our community. These services include Islamic queries, nikah, divorce matters, family counseling, Islamic will, funeral services, Islamic conversion, Shahada certificate. In fact, there was a workshop this morning about Islamic will and its importance. The next one is Shia Spouse, which is a matrimonial matchmaking website. The website is www.shiaspouse.org. Historically, as we are a minority within a minority in this country, so people have approached our ulama to get help for marriages of their children, brothers and sisters. So we started to build a database. We had a static website, findyourspouse.com, but the database grew so quickly that it was not possible to manage it with a static website. So R&D team designed a dynamic website which offers automated matchmaking, advanced search features, where profiles can be registered, you can provide
details of your profession, education, photos, videos. There's a chat feature as
Now
well.
having hosted without the support of many organizations, as you've seen, there's 30 stalled organizations, and they're still there. If you get a chance to, if you haven't had a chance, please do go. There's some wonderful organizations. But also, we had 5 former partners to the event. I'd just like to quickly mention them before the next speaker. We had Imam Ali Foundation, Al-Foy Foundation, the Mainstay Foundation, the Islamic Universal Association, which is Majma Islami, and Croach. So, a large salawat for their support in this as well. Now I'd like to invite one of our partner organizations. We have a guest from there who is the president of Courage. That is Brother Salim Rahmatullah. Please come up to the stage to provide us an overview. Salawat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Respected scholars, elders, sisters and brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is an honor to be standing here in front of so many learned people. And please accept this small speech as a humble speech, because I will not do justice to whatever I say in front of so many learned scholars here. So I will try my best to convey the message on behalf of my community for this great event that you have organized. So first of all, on behalf of the Council of European Jamaats, our office bearers, and the entire Khoja community, I would like to thank the Mujlis-E-Ulama Shia for inviting us and for giving us this platform to express our thanks for this event. A small background of who we are, because many people still don't know about this very small community. So the Council of European Jamaats is an organization that holds 16 Jamaats across Europe, from Sweden to Switzerland, France, and then UK. And even though we are a very, very small community around the world of approximately 120 to 130,000 members, but one thing that you will know about the Khoja community, alhamdulillah, that we are very, very passionate about our faith. This is something we take great pride in wherever we go. We are determined. We are people who want to succeed in every aspect of our lives. And we want better for our community and for the wider Shia world. And this is why I think it is very important that I share whatever success we have achieved with our brothers. Because the biggest strength we have in this room today is the fact that we are all Shia. And we are all followers of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And this is something that cannot separate us from each other. We might be coming from different parts of the world. However, this is something that is always going to keep making us strong. And therefore, it is my duty to share whatever we have learned, the good practices, and whatever we keep achieving with the wider Shia community around the world. Because if you are successful, we are all successful. And as you must have seen, the Khoja community has always been at the forefront of many projects around the world. Like I said, whatever we do, we want to be the best at what we do. And there's a reason for that. I spoke that in many centers because one of the aim for this term for me was to think big. And not to think big for the community from a pride in terms of ego, but for the follower of the Imam who we are, who was the best in everything he did. Whether he was generous, he was the best at his generosity. bravery, he was the best at being the bravest, the best Sahaba. And you can continue and you would never stop. And this is the message we take from our Imam, that he expects nothing but the best from us. So let's not settle for anything less than the best. When we build centers, when we educate our children, when we empower our people, let's try and aim for the best. It breaks my heart sometimes with everything that's happening around the world at the moment with the conflicts. But when we look at the list of boycotts, for example, one of the things that breaks our heart is how weak we are. We need to up our game, because at the moment we look at the list of things we boycott, we cannot even detach from some of these products because we are so much reliant on some of these things. Is because we don't aim to be the best. And I think this is a learning curve. This is fine. We are wherever we are at the moment in the world. But this is a wake-up call for all of us as a community, that never again anybody will make us reliant on whatever, because we will up our game. And inshallah, as Shia community, we will also be the best at everything, because we have the best role models.
Scholars will be invited to be part of this discussion. And as you know, the convention has been named Jafaria Convention, with the theme to try and better understand the legacy of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. So in order to make this effort, I'd like to invite the three honorable guests, Maulana Ahmed Abbas, Alima Uzma Takwi, and Maulana Sayyid Najmal Hassan to the stage. Salawat. Joined us, the scholars. I have compiled a handful of questions. 25 minutes would be very difficult for us to go into any detail, so I request the honourable guests to keep your answers as summarized as possible. The theme around it, like we said, is around the legacy of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. We all know that he's one of our 12 Imams. He is a divine leader. We have strong belief in him. We know that he expounded a lot of knowledge. However, in order to get closer to the understanding of the legacy, what has got to us today, I would like to put a few questions to the panel. I would like to start with Alima Uzma Takwi. The question that I would like to start with first is,
I'm sure the learned scholars will be able to shed light on the subject better than me. But because we have to keep everything concise, and inshallah try to keep my answer short. I think for me personally, when I look at the teachings of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, the greatest impact of his teachings was that up until the time of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, religions had rejected the theories of science, because they felt that if we shut the doors of science upon us, upon religion, it will help them to live a better, longer life. In the sense that they felt that one day science will replace religion. Even up into the, I think, 17th, 18th century, religions like, bigger religions like Christianity, they didn't accept any of the theories of science, because they wanted to keep themselves very unique, and they didn't want science to take over. But I think the biggest impact of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, even till today, is that he not only opened the doors of Islam to all the subjects of this world, but he also tried to explain in great detail all the subjects, and he opened the doors in a way of all the subjects to Islam, that he narrowed everything down to Islam. You know, he made Islam relevant to everyone. I'll give you just one example. For example, Abu Shakir, he was a scholar of philosophy. He once came and he rejected the existence of God in front of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. And he made some objections that I don't believe in a God who is the result of our own creation, own imagination. And Imam Sadiq alayhi salam in return then went into philosophy, chemistry, physics, astrophysics, astronomy, philosophy, business studies, politics. Of course, when he spoke about all the subjects and then gave proofs of God, a person like Abu Shakir was going to listen. And that is the greatest impact of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, that his teachings are relevant even today. Even centuries later, people from all backgrounds of ideology and wisdom and of all kind of knowledge, they're able to relate to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, the teachings of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. All the Imams put together. So that's how much work they have done. And other than that, we know that the sixth Imam, he laid the foundations for Islamic jurisprudence. All the work which was done later by other sects, it was due to the teachings of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. And other than that, also Imam once, the work that he did for the Tafsir Quran, that's paramount. There are a number of tafsir which are attributed to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. And we also know that the letters that he wrote to his students and his companions, they also had great detail and they have reached us as well. Tawheed al-Mufaddal, we know that there is so much detail in that about the creation of the universe, about animals, about human beings. And other than that, we can see that whenever we have something to share or we want to relate something from Islam, we always have a saying of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam.
Thank you so much. So we heard in that example as well, and publicly we hear as well that many scientific discoveries that we have today or in the modern world were due to the knowledge that was expounded by Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. Could we provide some examples in this session?
I think the era of the time of Imam Sadiq that time it was a time that many schools of thoughts, many religions were emerging at that time, and especially different sciences have been translated from Greece. So there must be personalities which should answer these questions. Regarding the scientific topics, I should refer to Jafaria bin Hayyan. He was the master in major sciences, in physics, in chemistry, etc. So there are some examples like, as I remember at the moment, once Imam Sadiq he said to the Jabir, "O Jabir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created big stars in the universe, that they are emerging is so intense energy and the light. The light of the sun is as compared to these stars is zero. While we see that the sun, it is 1.3 million times bigger than the earth. But Imam stated this point. We see in 1960 onward, the scientists they started studying the skies, the galaxies, and before, according to the Einstein's theory, the diameter of the universe was 3 billion light years. This is another point we can analyze on a critical basis, but I don't go to the details. And after that, the scientists they studied it on the distance of 9 billion light years. There are stars. They are emerging too much intensive energy and light. then on the distance of 12 billion light years. These are the quasars. If you go and see on the YouTube, you will find the answer. Quasars are the stars which are merging to intensive energy that the light of the sun is equal to them is zero. Imam didn't have any telescope, any other scope, but he had the knowledge of Quran. He had the knowledge of. He is the son of the person who said Saruni Saruni. So was the knowledge inherited by the Prophet. So we can have many other examples as well.
There's a question which I've had for some time, and that is regarding the political situation during the Imam's time. We were told that there was political turmoil. However, we also told that that was a period where the knowledge grew the most, the longest period where the knowledge was able to spread. So how do these two things, and on top of that, the concept of faqih that was also around. So on one hand, Imam has freedom to teach 4,000 plus students at one time. On the other hand, there's faqih also happening. If you could just shed some light on that in the next 4 to 5 minutes, that would be helpful.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. If we want to talk about the political side of Imam Sadiq al-Islam, the roots are far behind. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this world was created on a system which is the system of Wilayah. We see in the 11th after Hijrah, after the demise of the Holy Prophet, it was moved from its place. And then later on the Aima, they had to go according to the circumstances. Because when we look into the political side of Imam Sadiq al-Islam, it's not only Imam Sadiq al-Islam, he goes slightly back to Imam Zainul Abidin. He was giving exactly the same message, because politics is the best thing happening to the humanity. Because without politics, we cannot manage the affairs of any of the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We see Imam Sajjad al-Islam, he set up the route after Karbala, because after Karbala, everything changed. And then we see after Imam Sajjad al-Islam, this Imam Muhammad al-Islam, who carried on and he set up such a network of education which had more than 4,000 students. And later on, these 4,000 students, they wrote over 30,000 books under the supervision of Imam Sadiq al-Islam. And when it comes to the politics, Imam Baqir al-Islam, his demise is 114 after Hijrah, and that is the time when the Umayyads, they were declining. That is the only time for any of the Imam they had proper time to do and express themselves, to express the system of Wilayah and what is actually Imam. And Imam al-Islam in that time used to go, especially when to Hajj, he used the Hajj media. And at the same time, the Majalis, alhamdulillah, we are performing now in 2024. The main setup comes from Imam Sadiq al-Islam. That was another way of media to convey the message. And Imam al-Islam, he made such a network. Through this network, he was able to send the message, because nothing is going to happen through the miracle. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ, it has to be with the system. It's not with a miracle. So Imam al-Islam did not show any miracle, even though he is Sahib miracle. He is Sahib al-Mu'jiza, but he didn't show any Mu'jiza. He set up everything so later on the people, they can follow his footsteps. So here, whenever he used to go to Hajj, he used to express these things. He used to call the people, said, and he always used to say, Ya ayyuhan nas. He never said, Ya ayyuhan muslimun, Ya ayyuhan mu'minun. He used to say, Ya ayyuhan nas. So this system is for humanity, not only for a certain group of people. So he used to say that Muhammad al-Mustafa was the last of the messenger, and then he put Imam Ali al-Islam with the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the political, religious, every kind of leadership goes back to Imam Ali al-Islam, then to Imam Hassan, then to Imam Hussain, then to Imam Zainul Abidin, then to Imam Baqir, and then he used to become quiet. And the people, they used to ask, who is the one, who is the Hujjah of Allah now? He said, this is, the person is standing before you, that is Jafar ibn Muhammad. And the other thing is,
respected scholars, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm honored to be invited to have this speech. I was supposed to talk about Islamic education in the UK, helping our youth develop good character. And I thought the best thing to start with is with the Quranic verse from Surah Al-Ahqaf. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم رب أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي. My Lord, enable me that I may give thanks to you for the favor within, and you favored me and my parents, and that I may do right, acceptable to you, and instill righteousness in my offspring. Talking about education, instill righteousness in generation to come. I will base the main points I'm going to talk about is the role of education, character building, and challenges. A big topic that is, I'll try to condense in 20 minutes or so. So when we talk about education, the first thing that can come to our mind is the thought that we send our children to a sort of school or uni to get some academic or process of learning transmitted to them so they can enable a job or a career. But the real education we're looking for is the concept of tarbiyah. I don't know if there is an English word that will actually give the word tarbiyah its due worth. It's about nurturing children, about seeing them grow with love and a kind of authority. So we have to understand that the education process depends first on the family, on the school, and the wider community. If those pillars of this triangle will work together, inshallah, that will be al-kamila with dua, and we will have, inshallah,
Sister Sabi, she's just coming now. Please recite the verse.
दौर पैगंबर में उठाया जाता, खाक हो जाता मैं सरकार के कदमों के तले, खाक हो जाता मैं सरकार के कदमों के तले, खाक को खाके मदीना में मिलाया जाता। काश मैं दौरे पैगंबर में उठाया जाता, मिलके सब लोग मुझे माटी से गारा करते, मिलके सब लोग मुझे माटी से गारा करते,